Welcome back out to another one of our Athlete of the Week interviews. Sadie Christiansen joining us. And Sadie, you've been on a tear out there on the volleyball court recently as the libero for the Golden Eagles. Start off with Defensive Player of the Week the last 2 weeks in Region 9 North and close to getting that National Player of the Week nomination. How has this season been kind of going for you and developing for you?
It's been really good. I mean, it's been kind of easier to get into a rhythm as a sophomore and kind of getting into a place where I can feel comfortable on the court. So it's been a lot better. And, yeah, it's just been a great start to the season. Well, great season as we've been going through. So, yeah.
Talk a little bit about being a libero at the college level, because last year you were kind of getting introduced to it, but this year you've really started to thrive and blossom. You've set a career high in digs during the season, and you're everywhere. I mean, what does it take to be a libero at the college level?
I just think it takes a lot of, resilience and, some mental strength. And also, you just kind of have to have that mentality that you can reach every ball and you can play everything. So, I don't know, it kind of, those combined, I just kind of have the mentality that everything needs to be up, and I have a job on the team to keep the ball going. So, yeah.
When you do that, you kind of find yourself all over the court, too. I think in high school, a lot of the time, you see the liberos get stuck in the back row, and really that's their home and that's their comfortable spot. You're up on the front row kind of helping with blocks and kind of digging those up, not blocking the ball, but helping dig stuff up off of blocks. But then 1 point later, or even during that same rally, you'll be on the back row trying to cut off an angle for somebody. How has that developed for you and your ability to see where people are going to be putting the ball at?
Yeah, it's definitely a skill that has come with time and experience being on the court. I think last year I wasn't kind of aware of that aspect of college volleyball yet, but I think I've really gotten the hang of it, and I've been able to react to hitters a lot quicker than I have been able to before. When
you think about this team, too, and the defense for this team really is something that stands out. You, Emily, on the back row, I know Coach Shaver says a lot of very good things about you guys on the back row and what you guys bring, but there's a whole lot of people that focus on that defensive side for this team. How intense are practices and how important is that defense for you guys as a group, and how much pride do you take in it?
Yeah, defense is a key part of our success as a team, and we do practice a lot. It's really intense in practice sometimes, and we kind of hold each other accountable, like the defensive side. When you know that there's a ball that we could have gotten, we're kind of like, hey, we need to be on that, and I think that just has helped us become a better team and has really helped our success.
This team obviously has done some very special things so far this year. Getting into the rankings is a big thing, and holding on to that spot in the rankings too, I think. But when you go back to the beginning of the season, when did you realize how special this team could be?
Yeah, so, we knew that the team had a lot of potential and a lot of talent, just even back in spring when we had the players coming on their visits and stuff. But I think when we really came together and when we really started to see that it could go somewhere was when we had a tournament in McCook and we played Barton. They were ranked number 19th, and we beat them in 4 sets. And I think that really just showed that we could, we have a place we have a chance to kind of prove ourselves in NJCAA, and I think that by beating them and gaining that spot in the rankings, it showed that we have a ton of potential for the season and that we can kind of hang with anybody. I mean, we took a set off of NJC, and so I think that just goes to show that if we can keep improving and keep playing consistently, we can do good things.
Coach Shaver doesn't like to talk about the streak and the fact you guys have won 21 out of 22. He's constantly on that one match at a time. And I know you guys as a team have bought into that one match at a time and just preparing for the next one as it comes. But do you ever start looking at the schedule and going, man, does it ever surprise you when you just see all those W's next to each other when he's looking the line?
Yeah, I was looking at our schedule the other day, and it just says WWW, and I was just like, this is crazy. It doesn't even necessarily feel like we're some crazy team. We've won almost all of our games. So, but it just feels weird to actually see it on paper. We're doing really good and we're being successful, and we only have 4 losses so far. And so I think that just goes to show that what we're doing is really good and effective. So
only 4 losses, and none of those losses have come at home. And Coach Shaver says you guys have it written on the locker room, actually in the locker room, of defend the nest. How important would it be for you guys to go perfect this weekend too, and take down Northwest and Central Wyoming, and have that undefeated home record?
Yeah, I mean, it would mean a lot. Like, Story isn't necessarily like Golden Eagle gym, but it's our gym, like especially our sophomores, like that's where we've played our college volleyball games at. So I think defending that and just owning it as our gym will mean a lot. And it's sophomore night on Saturday, so that would mean even more to come out and win that game. So yeah, we're trying to keep that clean record. So
when you think about the goals for this team and the potential that this team has, where do you see the end result being, as far as if you guys could, a national championship is obviously what everybody wants to see, but how important is it to finish that job of getting this team to the national tournament? Yeah,
I mean, it's really important. We've been saying it since last spring. We've been working towards that all year. We've been just saying, like, this is, like, in the weight room, we're saying this is how teams that make it to nationals, this is how they lift. We need to keep ourselves up that expectation, and I think that's been a really good push for us. But yeah, that is the main goal, is to get to the national tournament. So
talk about the other aspect of being a student athlete really quick. You said that the knowledge that you have and the experience you gained from freshman year has made the sophomore year just a little bit easier for you. Explain that a little bit more.
Yeah, so I don't know, just having the knowledge of like how college kind of works and how like you need to manage your time has been a really good advantage for me, and kind of helped me not be so stressed out in school, and just kind of been able to focus a lot on the volleyball side and like understand that my academics is important too. So I don't know, being a student athlete is like a lot of time management and stuff, but since I kind of have a little bit of knowledge of what's going on, it's not super bad anymore.
Talk about the GPA for this team. Last year you guys were the #1 team in all of athletics as far as getting that GPA. Is that something that as a whole you guys take pride in, as well as the record on the court, but also having that excellence in the classroom?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we're doing great for both of them is just proving that we have a strong program, and that the years to come we'll still have that strong program. I mean, we obviously have a ton of like study hours. You've heard that our coach has a ton of study hours for us and stuff. And so I think that just really keeps us in check, though, of like, we're student athletes and student comes first, but also the athlete needs to come right behind it. So yeah, both of those together, we've been doing really good.
As a sophomore, there's a third thing that always gets kind of tossed onto that, especially when you start getting to this point in the season, and that's where you're going to go next year. And how much have you been focusing on that? How many conversations have you had, and who have you been talking with?
Yeah, so I've been, just kind of getting my foot in the door, just trying to kind of wedge my way into the conversation of getting of transferring onto a 4-year. So I've been having some conversations with Coach Shaver, and I've been sending out a few emails, having a couple of phone calls planned with other coaches. So yeah, that's really been exciting, and hopefully I can figure out what my plan is coming up soon. So
we'll definitely look forward to seeing where that plan takes you and where exactly the next level takes you, because if you don't make it to the next level, then I'm going to start sending some emails out, because definitely one of the more talented Libros if not in the region, in the country, and excited to see where the next step takes you. Sadie, good luck to you as you guys get ready for this weekend, and congratulations on being Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.